What's going on, fellas? We're back here with another episode of The Masochist. I know it's been some time since the last upload. Honestly, was a little bit burned out in Master Duel, but I thought there was no better time to restart this series than with the 3rd anniversary event going on. So with no further delay, let's crack this pack and get things going. All right, let's get things going. Underway. Hopefully, obviously, Konami doesn't screw us here. I'm going to pick the furthest one to the right. Please let it be something solid. That's not terrible, right? If we get something like Utopia, for the simple fact that it's an easy generic rank 4 that we can go into. All right, let's go ahead and crack this pack.
I guess I want to pose a question, you guys, here. Let me know in the comment section below whether you guys want me to use this pack or just the UR, or I can use both. You know, when it comes with cards like these type of cards are really good. So let me know in the comment section below, guys. All right, let's hope that Konami doesn't screw us over here in this free royal.
Open it. Oh, we got Utopia Ray.
So obviously this is a really good card and would power boost our deck exponentially. The only problem is I don't really know how playable it is in our deck, right? I guess we'll have to figure it out and maybe see if we can build something around this, but it's obviously a really good card.
All right, guys, first duel on the way. We won the coin toss, but because I haven't played any Yu-Gi-Oh in quite a bit, decided for us to go second. We are going to be playing the original Masochist deck. We're not going to play the water one because the water variant doesn't seem to perform too well. All right, so their board isn't too crazy. They have one negate and obviously a bunch of traps and stuff. So we're just going to destroy their cards. I know that the fusion can't be destroyed, so let's try something like this. Well, at least it baited. I wasn't actually trying to destroy the cards. I just wanted to see if we could bait them out. Only problem here is I feel like they'll activate their trap card before we get a real chance to put any use to Star Blast, but we'll see what we can do here. It's 3,500. We're going to take quite a significant chunk of damage. Summon the Kusanagi. Alright, so let's normal summon Kusanagi. Beautiful animation. We haven't seen that one in a while. Effect goes off, so they have to decide what they're going to do. I'm wondering if they're going to activate their trap. Okay, well, it is what it is.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Heart of the Blue Eyes has been activated. They still have to commit to this effect, though. Or they don't. Okay, there's really nothing here we can do. We can't even destroy it, so first duel back, and it's an L, but we expect that, obviously, out of this series. So, on to the next one. All right, second duel underway. Our hand is still kind of cooked, honestly. It's not a good hand. We have one play, obviously, if they actually play into the effect. We'll have to wait and see, though. Their extra deck isn't too big, so gives me a little bit of hope that we might be able to do something against it, but we'll have to see. We have Galaxy Cyclone. Maybe something we can do. Obviously, our opponent never plays into our hand no matter what we do, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We only really have one play, unfortunately, so we're just going to set a card, and end our turn. Obviously, our play here is to get Meteorus out on the field. They will commit to an attack, obviously, and destroy our monster, triggering our Meteorus. We could have done it with Galaxy Cyclone, but I don't want to pop the Hope for Escape just because it's a pretty good card and our only real draw engine that we have, or draw card per se. So they're going to summon another Cyburst. They could link off now, or whatever they want to do. Their field is already starting to obviously add up compared to us. Obviously, we only got one monster. We will have Meteorus out. Potentially, we can get the Vision, the Witch Raider out. We'll have to see if it's worth committing whatever else they have in their hand here to destroy their field spell. But I think it's still winnable, to be honest. We're gonna take a little bit of damage. It is what it is. We'll get the Meteorus out. Hopefully they commit with the 2500 first, and then we can get Meteorus out and not lose it instantaneously. But we'll see, right? We'll see how they actually play this out themselves. I'm hoping they attack with Brave Drive. Okay, they're not. So it's probably not worth getting out the Meteorus, because it's gonna be destroyed anyways, especially with 2500. It's gonna be here for nothing. So we'll rather take the damage and just use Hope for Escape and get some draws in here, extra draws especially here that we desperately need. Not gonna activate Meteorus. Click 2500 directly. Well, 3000 now, which is better because we'll get more like actual benefit from this. All right, we're gonna activate Hope for Escape, and let's actually hope we get some sort of escape here. Come on, we're gonna be able to draw. There's no way they have Ash. That'll be insane. 2 cards. Doriado is a fantastic card to get too. All right, Kusanagi is another great card if we can actually get this on the field. Obviously, they're not playing into any columns, so all we can do is normal summon, use the effect. Let's go ahead and get our Mongu, our Drillfish. I think a Resonator would be good. And honestly, here is the Fedran. I haven't honestly seen these cards in quite some time, but the Doriado play is really our best that we can come up with. I think the Mongu is how it should go, and I think it'd be something like this. Okay. Gonna set one face down. Okay, the only thing we can do is bait them in attack and hope that they actually use their effect here. Link Karibo, but next turn they use Brave Drive. And that's it. That's our entire turn. So right now we're not in a good state. We have some potentially good cards, but I don't see how we can make this work unless they activate Brave Drive's effect once more. Okay, Link Karibo comes out now. This is so far is fine. I feel like we're still not 100% done, though. Even though their field is looking mighty right now, we just need to make sure that we can actually use Utopian Aura on Brave Drive. Or whatever they may potentially bring out of their extra deck that would be significant enough for us to obviously commit to using Utopian Aura. Our opponent is playing a little slow, though. All right, well, they'll commit to something here. SP Little Knight is crazy. Okay, so they want to wrap this duel up. We're going to commit now to Utopian Aura. There's really no better time than to use it, especially on SP Little Knight. We can banish the Mech Knight just because they're not really playing into it. So go ahead and get their SP Little Knight now on our side. There we go. Go ahead and summon Meteorus. I know our opponent's probably confused on what kind of mess pile this is, but yeah, this is a masochist. I hope he realizes that too. They might be bringing out the Link Karibo back, is what I'm assuming, is what they're going to do. Okay, Link Karibo comes back out. I think this effect is still live when it's our turn here when we attack. Like I said, I haven't played Master Duel in forever, so they're going to commit to destroying, obviously, the SP Little Knight. It's the best play they can come up with, honestly, right now. Okay, so both cards go into the graveyard. And now we just have to find a way to actually beat over their board and not let them obviously reset. All right, so we're going to go into Tiger Mongu. We're not going to activate the effect. So let's go ahead and do that really quick, just because we'll be able to banish it and they won't be able to commit too much here with Link Karibo. I want to start actually like reducing his life points significantly. So detach a card. Go ahead and take the Doriado back. Banish this for now. And we're going to start hammering down his life points. Yes, use the effect. Gain a rank. And also some more attack. And let's end the turn. Like I said, we can't let them rebuild. So hopefully they have some dead draws here. This like a dead draw this turn. And then we actually win this one. Whatever they may set, we still do have Galaxy Cyclone in the hand. So that's going to come into play if they decide to take that route, right? And they decided to. So get a draw. It's a good draw, obviously. I think the next one is the Drillfish. Activate Galaxy Cyclone. Otherwise, it's just going to be useless in our hand. Destroy whatever they have face down. Beautiful. Go ahead and summon the Fedran. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to go for the attack. Gonna slap him with the Meteorus. A 1-2 punch. First duel we lost, second duel we won. Can't complain too much about that. So let's go ahead and crack a pack, guys. And we got one legacy ticket. We're saving these for the end of the episode when we open them all. This is obviously a terrible card, so there's no point in even looking at it. Let's go open that pack. All right, guys, let's see what we get out of this pack. First card is Dragonuity Oblite. All right, so this is a Dragonuity card. I don't think we have many Dragonuity cards that we can use with this with. It's a good counter trap, though, obviously, and a negate. So if we can get some synchros, we'll definitely keep that in mind. Inizumi Hanabi. Can't even be used for anything, so there's really no point in honestly using this other than for its pretty decent good attack on it. You have to give this card to... Okay, so this card is actually kind of weird. It's probably not something we'll be playing. Karakuri, not something we can use. Dogmatica Encounter is awesome if we can actually like have cards that we can use this with. Unfortunately, we don't. Marincess is Marincess, another specific archetype. Mana Dragon Zirintron. Good card. I think we already have this card. Unfortunately, like I said, it's a little too specific and their deck probably can't play into it. Rika is another archetype specific. And Dariath III, the True Draco Cavalry General. Pretty good card. I don't know if we have really any True Draco stuff. I'll have to take a look, but overall, it's not a terrible pack if we can get some of these archetypes, right? So, yep. Go back to those duels. All right, guys. So our opponent won the coin toss, and they decided for us to go first. Potentially could be playing Tenpai. Maybe, maybe not. We don't really have a playable hand, to be honest, so we're going to summon the Doriado. We only have one removal really in our hand and one that we can use on our turn. So I think we might get the Snowplow. We'll end up getting the Keldo just in case. Drillfish, Meteorus. And let's grab the Kutsunagi just to be safe. We'll go in this order for now. We'll just set one face down, and that's all we can really do, right? We ended up, unfortunately, drawing the Tyrant Dragon, which means we can't even use our package efficiently now. Our Matsuraru package. We always end up drawing the Tyrant Dragon instead of the other one. Oh, it's Fiendsmith. Okay, so there's really nothing here we can do. They got full combo pretty much from there, so on to the next one. All right, guys, and we're back. We won the coin toss. Decided for us to go second just because... I don't think we have good plays going first like that. We don't really have good plays here going second either, but I mean, we have Star Blast in case we could potentially make this work. Runic Slumber is really not something that will really end up... I don't think it'll help us. I think it'll do more damage than good. Okay, so they're going to use Fusion Deployment. We don't know what kind of Fusion deck they're obviously playing. Could be Cyber Dragon, could be Blue Eyes, Branded. We'll end up seeing what they end up summoning though. So it looks like they're playing branded, which is not an easy thing for us to overcome. They're going to Albion. We don't really have many plays here, honestly. We'll end up seeing what we draw, right? But Star Blast, I don't think does it either for us. All right, so our opponent is going to be playing Mary Jade Pass. They have one card face down. Like I said, kind of hard for us to break. We don't really have anything here we can set up. We'll probably end up going with the... Yeah, we'll end up going with the Kusanagi route. I mean, there's really not much here for us. Regardless of what we try to do, that I don't see us really being able to overcome this board unless we actually go into Kusanagi. So let's go ahead and get Kusanagi out here. Summon the Kusanagi. Effect will go off. They'll probably end up banishing it. It doesn't really matter if they end up banishing it anyways, because it'll just go right back into the deck along with everybody else's cards. But really the only play I see we can do here. Fedran wouldn't do it. Yatagaratsu does nothing. As I said, they're going to banish it, so we'll see what they end up sending to the graveyard. Probably another Albion, maybe. Okay, so they sent the other one, the Alba Lunatis. Okay, so they'll banish our card. Our effect still goes off, though. Yeah, we're just going to end our turn and hope that we survive next turn. So we were able to reset. Obviously, we have more cards than they do. We have more cards in our hand than they do, but they only really need one card to get their engine started. Okay, so they ended up not drawing into it, though, which means I don't know if this is the right play to do, guys. I'm going to play this regardless. I'm going to Yada lock them because they don't have a playable hand, and well, I'm hoping they don't have a playable hand, and we're going to cheese this way. We're just going to cheese it this way, okay? So we'll end up doing this, setting the Runic Slumber face down and ending our turn. Not allowing them to draw, and hopefully this allows us to win the game. Slowly but surely, we'll chip away at his life points. If they don't have a playable hand, then we potentially just locked him out. Oh, the fact that actually was a way that we won. We just beat Brandon with a Kusanagi Yada lock, guys. Okay, let's go open that pack. That pack is well deserved. We get 3 legacy tickets. I'm still dying over here, guys. Just dying over here at what we just accomplished. Let's go open that pack. All right, guys. 1 master pack. All right, guys. So we cracked another pack here. Let's go ahead and see what this one lies. This one actually had a yellow border around it. Usually doesn't mean anything, but this time I guess it did. Ryu Okami. It's an okay card, but unfortunately with today's meta, sending cards from your extra deck to the graveyard is probably a benefit more than a hindrance. Dawn of the Herald is good for ritual summon Herald cards. A good ritual spell. I don't know if we have ritual monsters for. We'll save this one for last. Melatiel, the Sage of the Sky. Too specific. Not many people play, obviously. Counter Traps. Abyss Actor, which is Abyss Actor archetype. Not something we can really use. I don't think we really have punk cards like that. Like I said, I haven't played Master Duel or this account in a while, so I'll check, but I don't think we actually have any of that. Stygian is not good. It's just not a good card. Tearlament's Grief is good, but it's an archetype specific, unfortunately, so maybe not something we'll play. And let's see what lies behind this one. Oh, wow. A UR. So it's 2 level 4 spellcaster monsters with different attributes. Pretty specific, unfortunately, and it's a Magistus card, which is a great archetype compared to what we have, right? But I don't think we can really make too much usage of this. I'll check and see if honestly we have something like this that we can make plays with, but I don't think so. Regardless, pretty good pack if we can get, like, again, like the last one, get the actual specific archetypes that we need.
All right, so it's a different day now, which means that we are allowed to open another 3rd anniversary ticket. Let's hope Konami doesn't screw us over on this one like the last one. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it. All right, so I think we're gonna click this time this one here. Let's spend our ticket on this one and hope that Konami gives us a decent one. Dark Magician one. I know we have a little bit of Dark Magician cards, so this actual pack might actually come in really clutch for us. It's also a glowing one on the pack itself. Okay, let's hope we get a good UR, right? Oh, we got 2 SRs out of here. First card is Freya Spirit of Victory. A pretty decent card. Probably not something we'll end up putting in the deck, though. It's probably a little bit too weak for us. Gravekeeper's Chief is a good card, like in the Gravekeeper archetype, which we just don't have, unfortunately. Dark Lord Asmodeus. Another archetype specific card, right, that we probably don't have enough cards for, but maybe we'll see, right? Remember, we had a couple cards of them. Magician to Chaos is a really good card. It is a ritual card, though, and unfortunately, we need Chaos form, so let's hope that we end up pulling something like that out of this pack. Dark Renewal. Honestly, depending on what we pull out of the remainder cards, this might actually be added into the deck. It's a very good card. Eternal Soul, I think we already have one, but if we don't, we just got like a really staple card of this archetype. Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio. Yeah, probably not something we can honestly use because we just don't have any Ritual Beasts. But I'll check though either way, but I don't think we have anything that we can use this card with. And Dark Magical Circle. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we got the staples now for like a sort of Dark Magician package or a Spellcaster package. Let's see what Konami ends up giving us here. I do apologize, guys, if I sound a little weird. I am a little sick, so if I sound weird because of that. And let's see what this is. Okay, so it's not the that I wanted, but we got Palladium Oracle Mahad. It's a very good card, very powerful too, for the simple fact that if it battles a dark monster, its attack is doubled, and we'll probably run into that archetype, that specific attribute quite often. So I think it's something we're probably gonna throw in the deck regardless, because of the simple fact that when you draw it, you just reveal it and special summon it. So yeah, we're gonna probably throw this into the deck, and I'll end up checking like the rest of our cards to see what else we can do with the Dark Magician package we've gotten so far. All right, guys, and we're back. So looks like, oh, I thought we had actually were going second, but looks like they decided for us to go first, which is not good for us. Really, all we can do is play set pass. I'm not gonna set everything up, but I will honestly probably set up 2 pass. Honestly, all we can do. We always seem to have this Tyrant Dragon glued into our hand and not the other one, the one that actually searches this one out. So a little bit unfortunate first turn here, especially since I don't really like going first with our deck. But maybe we're playing against Tenpai, and if it's Tenpai, well then it really doesn't matter what turn we take, right? Okay, so it's Resonator. I think we're gonna be okay, actually. We're gonna let them commit a little bit, and then we're going to torrential them. All right, so they ended up putting the Bone Archfiend, or they ended up grabbing the Bone Archfiend. This is okay. I just feel like if we torrential too early, we don't really have another card that we can like recuperate with. So let's let them build up, and I think going with the Utopian Aura first is a better play, right? This will be like our nuke button if we need it. Go ahead. Okay, they pitched the Vision Resonator, which we know that allows them to set up a spell or trap. Okay, they grabbed the Crimson Gaia. If you guys have ever played or seen RDA at all, this is the Resonators. This is how it goes. Hopefully they're not playing like a Centurion package as well, and it's more of a pure build. But yeah, right now we're definitely going to be outbuilded. Like their deck just obviously has like this coherent deck is better than ours by miles, right? But hopefully our form of negate here is good enough to like give us a turn, and then we can build up from there. Red Rising Dragon. This is not the one we want to hit, honestly. Because they could still do something with the Crimson guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll give him a little bit more. Let them add a Resonator. All right, the RDA. Okay, they'll go into battle. Okay, we'll go Utopian Aura. Pop their RDA. Obviously, might as well banish the Tyrant Dragon since it seems to be glued on our hand. Take their RDA. And from here, we should be okay. I don't know how much more they can build from here. The real problem is that how much recursion we have right now. Like, our deck is... evenly is good, though. Parasomnia Pillow does nothing for us right now, so... The only thing we can really do is just go into battle. And let's hope that they don't build too much here that we can't handle at least. And yeah, we're just going to end our turn. Setting evenly would probably be bad. So we have at least 2 nukes. We're in an okay position. I don't know what other cards they have in their hand and how much more they can build. But I know this deck is... I know that this deck has some pretty good rebounds. So let's see what our opponent honestly can set up. Hopefully nothing too crazy though. So I think they're gonna go and do the same thing all over again. So let's go ahead and just let them start building up. All right, so they grabbed the Bone Archfiend again. So we're just gonna see pretty much the same thing we saw last turn. So I'll just end up fast forwarding it until they get to their end board here. Okay, so this card here is a problem for the simple fact that obviously it has higher attack and it can just negate a card on the field, right? So we can either bait it out and then Parasomnia Pillow it. I think it's once per turn though. All right, we're gonna have to see how we overcome this, because if we end up baiting it out with evenly, it might not bite on. It might not bite with evenly, to be honest, for the simple fact that they'll just keep it on the field. So torrential might be it. If they go into some other tuner, some other synchro, then we're probably gonna have to torrential here. Hopefully they do that. Hopefully they don't just leave Effect Veiler and this Hot Red Dragon Archfiend here, this RDA right here, and he synchros into something in main phase 2. They're going to inflict obviously some damage to us. Good. Okay, so now we have to use Torrential no matter what they bring out. Okay, Bestial Dispatter. Yep.
NANI?
Oh, okay. So that protects him. Wow. This is a problem. It's actually a serious problem here. Yeah, I think we'll have to, honestly. Well, that's good. At least destroyed it. Yeah, we'll have to Parasomnia Pillow it. We have nothing else. Just get it back next turn though. Alright, let's go into battle. Evenly them. This way at least we get Crimson Gaia off the field. And yeah, I don't know. This will destroy a card, right? Well, doesn't that mean they have to just clear the whole field now? Okay, well now they're just gonna have to banish everything. This kind of sucks for us because we kind of wanted the Parasomnia Pillow here to be able to grab one of their monsters, but I don't think we're gonna be able to till next turn, and they might be able to OTK us since we really can't
get that
summon
ass
anything. Okay, well, one card face down, and let's hope that's enough to deter them from attacking us directly, right? Obviously, they have another one. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Again!
Alright, so they just go in and just basically are able to negate everything we could do. We'll see what we draw. I don't know if we'll actually like live through this. If they end up setting up way too much of a board, then we're just gonna surrender, right, and go on to the next one. Because like I said, this deck is way too constructed and too formidable for our unfortunate masochist deck. Alright, this is a little different. Yeah, I don't know how much more we can extend this deck, unfortunately. I think if we take this out though with Parasomnia Pillow, we should be okay, depending on obviously what they actually have. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hopefully get a godly draw. It's not a terrible draw, honestly, to be completely honest. Yeah, Parasomnia Pillow is the way, the truth, and the light here. So equip it obviously to the hot red. It doesn't have something where I have to attack it, right? No. And attack their vision resonator. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. So that was a wasted Veiler, but every single time they use their hand traps on us and waste them, it's a good sign for us. Let's just go into battle. Let's crash over this idiot right here. Okay, so they actually were able to grab a spell and trap. So maybe not a good play. Maybe. Oh, that was terrible, actually. Okay, well, all we can do is hope. Go ahead and destroy their card. And let's summon the Parasomnia Pillow. All right, so they're gonna set obviously the red zone. We don't want to play right into it, so we're just gonna start attacking and destroying whatever they really have, right? I don't know what other cards they can possibly synchro summon into, though, or how much further they can extend. But this has been a ridiculously long duel for the simple fact that our opponent just has an awful connection. Like, they are very, very, very much just lagging every single time they do anything, which I'm sure you guys can see by the little flashing indicator. What other card can their vision resonator grab? Another red zone? Is it once per turn? They're trying to get one that's banished. Okay. I don't think they can though, right? Because it's banished face down. Let's see what they can do. But like I said, we're kind of somehow, some way, guys, we pulled it off. Many times I wanted to honestly surrender, but I'm glad I did it. That's a well-deserved victory and a well-deserved master pack. Let's go open that. We get 2 legacy tickets. Bone Mouse, obviously, well, they're just normal cards anyway, so all these are trash, but let's go open that pack.
All right, guys, 3rd pack. We won 3 duels so far, and let's see what this one here holds for us. Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest. So this card is pretty cool, but obviously we got to commit to a lot of beast like type of cards to even make play of this. So I don't think it's honestly we'll probably put in the deck. Hidden Gem of the Seafront. This is pretty cool because of the simple fact that you can actually get an additional normal summon. Maybe something we might play. Honestly, maybe something we might add in the deck. I have to see. I think Kusanagi is wind, so it might not honestly come into play, but we'll see. Pretty cool card in like our water deck, but like I said, we're not playing that right now. Bee Trooper Formation is not something we can use. Beware of the White Forest. So this is actually for the newer cards. Pretty cool, actually. Has a really good effect, really good removal. Maybe something we can use. I'll have to see if we have any spellcasters that are level 6 or higher, or illusion. I don't think we have any illusions though. Gimmick Puppet, Destroy. We do not have Gimmick Puppet. Megalith, again, just not something we can use. And Praying Mantis. Again, not a good card. So the only good card we got out of here is Beware of the White Forest. Definitely a great card if we can make play into it. And this Hidden Gem of the Seafront. Overall, a pretty good pack, though, I must say. 2 maybe playable cards.
And we're back, guys. We won the coin toss, but it decided for us to go second. And we kind of did get a go second hand. I don't know what our opponent is playing. Their name is kind of funny. Might just be a bot. But yeah, we'll see what they honestly end up doing. And it looks like they didn't do anything, which is okay for us, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and start building our board. Let's go and just play it safe with the Spellbreaker just in case. And let's put one face down. And we'll just swing right into them. Cause a little bit of damage, just a little jab. Nothing too serious we can do, obviously, in our first play here, but something is better than nothing, right? They don't have a super heavy extra deck, so that kind of makes me feel like might be a starter deck here in bronze. Okay, well, their hand must be very bad. Actually, let's change it to defense. Summon the Wyvern. 1800. We do have compulsory, so we don't have to play it stupidly safe. They have 7 cards in their hand. It's kind of crazy that they don't have a single play. Okay, I don't know if our opponent's baiting us. Okay, so it is just like a structure deck. All right, well, go ahead and put them out of their misery, honestly. Nice little 1-2, and your turn. This would be nice, honestly. If this, like, they just end up just skipping this turn 2 and just allowing us to get another pack, like, that's a quick 2 back-to-back packs right there. All right, perfect. Let's go open that master pack then after this. So Victoria is a good card. Might as well, honestly. There's no reason not to. And yeah, let's just swing in for game. And Red Rise Wyvern, go ahead and take it home. That's a quick dub, quick rank up. And yeah, I'm gonna go open that pack after we see how many legacy tickets we got out of this one. 2 legacy tickets. You know we're saving those to the end of the video. Go open that pack. All right, guys, 4th pack underway. Let's see what this one holds. Elemental Hero Captain Gold is good. For the simple fact that it's got a lot of damage and it's a rank 4, which we can make play. So maybe something actually we might add. And I don't know if we have Skyscraper or not. We'll have to obviously check. Ninjutsu R is for ninjas. I don't think we have any of that. Transcendosaurus, Giganto, whatever, is not something we could really use, but a cool card to have nonetheless. Hopefully, maybe in the future it becomes something we can use. We'll have to obviously see. A lot of these they're too archetype specific for us to make any use of it. Heroic Gift, not a good card because that would honestly just be detrimental for us. We can't give our opponent any life points. Crystal Release for Crystal Beast, not something we can use. Despot is cool if we actually had the archetype. Rose Princess is not terrible, but again, it's an okay card, right? I mean, great because we can special summon it and it's treated as a tuner. So Rose Princess honestly is a fire card. Like the fact that this has a good effect that we can just special summon right out of the hand and also treat as a tuner, potentially something we will throw in the deck. Altergeist Malwisp. Again, Altergeist, the first effect is good, but we can't really make play of anything else on it. So overall, a pretty good pack, honestly. This is maybe something we can make play of. Everything else is too archetype specific for us to even really make use of it. So let's get back to those duels, guys. All right, guys, I wanted to come here first to the shop and grab a new duel field because I think I'm getting a little bit bored of the one that we're currently on. So after looking at all of these for a little bit, I think I'm gonna go with the Orsardic one. You know, it being a spaceship and stuff, looks really, really cool. So yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Can't spend all our gems, you know, really anywhere else other than some master packs, and they're only 1 by 1. So, and we're back, guys. Yeah, I was gonna say the only only changes we made to our deck was we added this Beware of the White Forest card to our deck, and we end up actually drawing it, which is really cool, right? You always love to see whenever you open a new pack, you get a new card that's really good, and then you end up drawing it in the next duel. Only problem is our opponent decided for us to go first, which is not too terrible considering their extra deck isn't like honestly heavy at all. It's only 3 cards, so let's go ahead and activate Doriato. And just so that the red resonators like
the red resident gets the most out of it, out of its effect. We're gonna probably gonna do it this way. We have some pretty decent back row, honestly, so we're not too concerned. So let's go ahead and just play torrential just to be safe and end our turn. It's not a crazy first turn, but I mean, it's still pretty good considering our opponent might not have the best of deck either. Okay, so they ended up the Seal of Orichalcos. This is a weird card. I've honestly never ran into this card. I know it's a card from the show, but I never seen this card played ever. All right, well, our opponent just like completely stalled there and didn't do anything. We do take those, but it's an unfortunate one, so we're just gonna go straight onto the next one. 2 legacy tickets. All right, let's go open that master pack and right back into the next duel. Let's see what this pack holds here for us. It's a level 4, also a tuner, maybe something we can make play. It's a quick synchro. Honestly, we'll probably throw in a deck. We might not be able to make use of the second effect that we have. The second effect this card has, but probably something we can honestly utilize in our deck. Mayhem Fur Hire is Fur Hire specific, which I know we do not have. 6 Samurai card specific, another card we probably can't make too much use of. We already have this card, so honestly, not a terrible card if we can like potentially start stacking some machine monsters and stuff. But it's just 20. It's just a big defensive wall, and it's not even that big to honestly begin with. Diabolica, the Dragonic. It's a decent card, good defensive wall. Maybe we might throw it into the deck. Maybe, right? This is good, obviously, for a water deck, and it being a continuous trap makes it a little bit better than it should be. It's an alright card. Goaty Fury is an alright card, and a Memento card, which unfortunately is, again, archetype specific, but overall a pretty decent pack if we can make any use of any of these cards. Back to those duels. All right, our opponent won the coin toss. They're gonna go first. They have a more lengthy, obviously, extra deck. We might be going up against Yubel, which if we are, this is gonna be a problem. Evenly kind of helps us here, but not really, to be honest. But a simple fact that we don't really have a way to break their board, right? But yeah, we'll let them build up and see what comes out of it. It is Yubel. Unfortunate, but it is. All right, looks like they're finally done. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest, what they were doing, but we're just gonna hit them with an evenly. There really is nothing else we can really do to them, so go ahead and activate evenly.
Get that
auto
ass
locking
banned.
them would be broken right now. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and just destroy it. Yeah, the shooter, defense, and we'll end our turn. Yeah, that's really all we could do. We ended up clearing their board though after they spent so much time on it. Obviously, they can still do some things. That right there that's bad. Nightmare Throne is terrible. Maybe we should have honestly kept the Magical Hound, because now they're just gonna go full combo all over again. And we really didn't do anything, to be honest. And even after evenly, there's really not much we can do. Alright, I think we're just gonna inflict our death. Yeah. Alright, well, that's gonna sting. Yeah, I mean, we could probably bounce this card back up though, right? I mean, I'm gonna do something dirty to them too. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything here we can do, honestly. Because that's just gonna go into something else, and yeah, they just special summon another card, yeah.
Yeah, we'll destroy him. And then we'll just go straight into battle. But like I said, I feel like we don't really have a way to honestly overcome them. Like, they'll just do everything they just did over again, and we're kind of stuck here, right? But I mean, we gave him a good fight though, either way. We didn't just back down and just instant surrender. So I think we did, like, we had a decent like run against them. It's kind of annoying that the simple fact that Yu-Bell honestly exists. It's the worst deck honestly I've ever played against. The one that I mostly despise. All right, let's see what our draw is. Doesn't really help though. I think that's pretty much it. So we're just going to the next one. And we're back, guys. Opponent won the coin toss. We're going second. You guys know the drill. They have a full extra deck just like we do. So might honestly be a good duel depending on what type of deck they're playing. Hopefully it's nothing like that Yu-Bell deck on the last one, because that, like I said, Yu-Bell is the epitome, I feel like, of what Master Duel has become. It's just such a hot dog water deck to go up against. It's a trash deck, honestly. It's not a trash deck in terms of its power ranking. It's just not fun to play against, to be honest. And their turns take forever, so it's just a drag, to be honest. All right, well, our opponent seems to be lagging here a little bit. We'll give them some time. Hopefully they just disconnect and give us the dub, and we open another pack. Somehow I called it. I'm thankful for that, though. I think this one actually was a DC, though. 1 legacy ticket, 2 normal idiots. But yeah, I think that was a legitimate DC. We'll see what deck they were playing, but let's go open that pack. Thankfully, they did DC because they were playing like a Millennium super heavy type of deck, and this would have spelled disaster for us if they would have honestly they were going first. So yeah, thankfully our opponent honestly DC'd. All right, guys, this pack here has a glowing effect like the last one a couple duels ago, a couple packs ago. So we got the Dread Decimator. This is a good card, obviously, if we can get some more hero cards that we could use this with. Not too bad, honestly. Bylon. These names are a little hard to pronounce, so I'm not even going to go through them. Obviously, it's a union card we're not going to play with. Some Summer Summoner. 2 Thunder Monsters, which we obviously do not have. All right, well, it's not a terrible card if we can get some more Thunder cards. Pretty cool looking card in itself as well. A Sylvan card. Too specific because we have to play a Plant Pile. Flameveil Guard is a great card. It's a level 1 tuner with 2000 defense. Beautiful card that we got, honestly. If we can make play with this. This is a card we should throw in the deck. Thunder Discharge for an adventure stuff, which we do not have. Adventure token or an adventure engine, so we can't make use of it. Mutant Fusion card, which another archetype specific. We keep getting fusion spells that are archetype specific when we just need a polymerization, and we have yet to see it. Let's see what's behind this one. A Ninjutsu card, which we cannot use, unfortunately. Oh well. All right, let's open all of these legacy tickets. We have 18 of them, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, obviously we're gonna go one by one. Okay, so Forma Pal, probably not something we'll end up using. Ballista of the Rampart Smashing. That's okay. It's an equipped spell though, so really not much use into it, honestly. Oh, a nice SR here. Miss Polymerization. Okay. Okay. Can I get a poly, please? Moki Moki Adrift. Hilarious card art. Honestly, the card art is goated, and that card itself is goated. So yeah, beautiful card to get. The Hunter with 7 weapons. Honestly, not a terrible card, to be honest. It really isn't. Standoff. Maybe not a good card because probably be counter to what we're trying to do. It will limit us from being able to actually win games. Volcanic Eruption. This is not treated as a volcanic card. Okay. Great Trap. I don't even know if we have Jurassic World, but that's a crazy trap. Miracle Locust. Huh, pretty good card, honestly. Maybe giving him a draw though might be too powerful, but good for like board wiping. Maybe something we might consider. Skull Redbird, no. And Mind Haxers. That's not bad. Honestly, I didn't even know a card like this ever existed, but maybe worth considering throwing in the deck. It's honestly a crazy card. I would think that would be a card that would be banned or something. Another Performapal. Okay. How about no? And Proton Blast. Maybe we could build like a coin toss deck. I know we have a few cards with the Archfiend cards, but maybe it's not terrible. Oh, that thing's dice, but either way, might have something to build around that. It's a pretty funny card though, I must say. World Legacy Discovery. Not bad, but it's archetype specific. Cybernetic Zone. Not terrible in itself either. Doubling its attack is pretty nice though. I don't know, with how fast Yu-Gi-Oh is nowadays, could be a spell for a disaster. Mystical Wind Typhoon. Activate only as a chain link 3 or higher. Yeah, I don't think we can really do that. And Dragon Ice. Not a terrible card, but the attack is kind of low. Maybe not something we'll end up playing, no. Okay. Our Arch Nemesis shows up, obviously. Hopefully that's a good sign here of potentially a good card. Daidara Bochi. It's a strong card. Only needs 1 tribute zombie monster for it. So, yeah, it's a really strong card, though, nonetheless. Maybe something. Number 51, the finisher, the Strong Arm. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But the simple fact that it needs 3 level 3 monsters is kind of killer for that card. But yeah, it has a really crazy effect, though, right? Combination Attack. I don't think we really have Union monsters, so it might not be something we can use. But it's a really good card, though. Blind Destruction. So the problem with that is that we're taking a chance with it destroying our cards too, and we don't have like really a good recursion game, so not something we'll play. Let's go ahead and open the last 8 of our legacy tickets here. There's a UR. Okay, hold on, let me stand up straight for this. Lineage of Destruction, not terrible, but the thing is it's a little bit too specific, right? Psychic Snail is psychic specific, and we're not really playing. I don't even think we have a single psychic card in the deck, so we'll just skip over it. Kind of want to get to that UR as quick as possible. Indomitable Fighter Lee. Really good, obviously 2300, but the simple fact that he goes to defense position kind of hinders it a little bit. Cradle Cobra. It's honestly not a terrible card. It's not even a terrible card whatsoever. It might be something we consider throwing into the deck, honestly. Because of the simple fact you just set it and pass, and then they're going to obviously run it over with something, and then it's yours. Pretty good, honestly, effect. Pyramid Energy. It's a pretty cool card. Maybe something we might... Maybe not, honestly. Yeah, another fusion card for a polymerization we just do not have any access to. Have seemed to completely, like... missed our grasp, honestly. All right. Atomic Firefly. No. And Helios, the Primordial Sun. Okay, well, maybe if we pull up Macrocosmos somehow, that's a beautiful card to, like, have. Actually, I've never seen the Helios himself. I've just seen Macrocosmos. That's trash. Motor Frenzy. Maybe not something we'll play, but it's got a pretty decent effect, though, right? Blasting the Ruins. Okay, no. And Twin Shield Defender. No. All right, let's get to this UR. Let's get to the main course. All right, you know we're leaving it last, so we got Giant Axe Mummy. We did get a good zombie, like, beater. This card here, though, is not that, so come on. Splitting Planarian? Okay, well, I don't know. You guys let me know if this is a good card we can use. Obviously for, like, bodies on the board, but I was hoping for something else, right? Like potentially like a Gearfried or a Blue Eyes or something that we could really use, but that's still a nice UR. Appropriate. I mean, with Max C on here and we don't have a Max C, this might be something we might honestly have to play. And Yaksha. Not terrible, honestly. Really pretty cool, like, spirit monster, but can't be special summon, can only be normal summon. So yeah, not a terrible overall showcase of these legacy tickets. I know they've added some new cards, but pretty good overall, honestly. And that wraps it up for this episode, guys. I appreciate if you made it to the end of the video. Honestly, it's been quite a love and hate relationship with Master Duel and Yu-Gi-Oh recently, but I want to say that I'm going to be obviously uploading more videos constantly. Maybe not Masochist. I do want to make at least a Masochist every week or so, but I want to upload more meta content, right? So I'll probably be doing some more of that, just adding more content for you guys to watch, and hopefully you guys stick around to watch it. It means the world to me, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.